Welcome, students, to the crash course of transportation engineering. In the last class, we have covered the module 1, that was about the basic introduction of transportation engineering. Now, today we are going to cover the module 2, that is geometric design of the highways. Okay, and this is very important. But before starting the chapter number 2, let's go through some of the questions from the module 1, which is quite important and which have been asked in various competitive examinations, like the target of achieving an overall density of road length in third road year plan was 82 kilometer per 100 kilometer square. So basically these are the objective types of questions, but I have just mentioned, in order to save the time, I have mentioned the numerical values which you need to remember. Likewise, in the first road year plan, the road density was 32 kilometer per 100 kilometer, 16 kilometer, whereas in the second road year plan it was 32, and in the third road year plan, that is the Lucknow road year plan, the road density was 82 kilometer per 100 kilometer square of area. Okay. Based on the location and function, the Nagpur plan has classified the roads into how many type? Then Nagpur road plan has classified the road into 5 categories, that was national highway, state highway, major district roads, other district roads, and village roads. Okay. IRC recommendation for the maximum width of vehicle is, so what does the IRC recommends about the maximum width of the vehicle? That is 2.44 meter. Okay. The width of the carriageway for multi-lane payments as recommended by the IRC, as we already covered that IRC was established in year 1934. Okay. And this was one of the, you can say, like the recommendations of the JACAR committee. Okay. So in the question it is being asked the width of the carriageway for the multi-lane payments. Okay. So for the multi-lane payments it is 3.5 meter per lane. Okay. So option number A will be correct. Okay. The recommended values of camber provided on cement concrete roads are, so this we will be covering in the module number 2, that is geometric design of highway. Okay, though I have post over here, but when we cover the module number 2, then we will get back to this numerical. Okay. The width of the two lane without raised curbs as recommended by the Indian Roads Congress. Okay, so the width recommended by IRC, that is without curbs it is 7 meter, and with curbs it is 7.5 meter. Okay. As per the IRC, the super elevation to be provided in horizontal curve. So for the expression of super elevation, E is equals to V square upon 127 R. Okay. Nagpur road plan formula was prepared by assuming. So this is very common question which is being asked in the various competitive examination. So we have already covered this, that the Nagpur road plan was based on the radial or star and grid pattern. Okay. So option number D will be the right answer. Okay. Next, the sequence of 4 stages of survey in a highway alignment is, and this is many a times asked has been asked in the competitive examination. So if we remember the sequence, the major sequences, as we have already covered, the major sequences are map study, reconnaissance survey, preliminary survey, final location, and detailed survey. Okay. So in this, if you look at the options, then map study, reconnaissance survey, preliminary survey, and the detailed survey. However, if they want to go into much deeper, then they can also ask about the like the various steps in the new project work, which was the fifth stage at detailed survey, thereafter material survey, thereafter design, thereafter earthwork, thereafter pavement construction, and the construction controls. Okay. Fine. The last question is, which of the following is the chronological sequence in order of road construction and design development? Okay. So if we remember the order, then that was Roman roads first, thereafter Tresgut roads, thereafter Telford roads, thereafter Macadam, and thereafter CBR, that is the latest method. So if you look at the options, then Tresgut roads, Telford road is second, Macadam is the third, and CBR is the last. Okay. So these are some of the questions related to the module 1, that was the introduction of the highway. Now let's start the module number 2, that is geometric design of highway. So basically we design the highways in order to have the optimum efficiency in traffic operation and to achieve the maximum safety at a reasonable cost. Okay, so let's discuss about what are the factors which are controlling the geometric design. Then those are road user characteristics, what are the vehicular characteristics, what are the requirements for the safety, environmental consideration, economic in construction and maintenance and operation of vehicles, topography, functional classification of roads, traffic volume and composition, and the design speed. So these are some of the factors which have been found affecting the geometric design of a highway. Okay, we are not going that much of depth because no more questions are being asked on this particular topic. Okay, now let's talking about the road user characteristics. Then under the road user characteristics we will be studying about the PIV theory. What is PIV theory? PIV stands for perception, I stands for intellection, E stands for emotion, and V stands for volition. Basically PIV theory is used to calculate the average reaction time of a driveway, which the IRC recommend as the average reaction time to consider as 2.5 seconds. Okay, whereas IRC recommends the pedestrian speed as 1.2 meter per second. Sometimes this question is already been asked in the exams. Okay, now talking about the vehicular characteristics. So what are the maximum dimensions which have been recommended by IRC? If you look at the width, then the important data which you have to remember, I already have highlighted in this particular notes. You can go through the notes and you can learn the values which is particularly highlighted like this. What is the width of motor vehicle other than the transport vehicle? Then this is 2.5 meter, and for the transport vehicle this is 2.7 meter. Okay, if we talk about the length, then for the length for the motor vehicle other than the transport vehicle having not more than 2 axes, then this is 9.5 meter. For the transport vehicle having greater than 2 axes, this is 11.25 meter, and for the tractor trailer combination this is 18 meter. And if we talk about the height, then for the double decker bus the height is 4.75 meter, and for the normal application this is 3.8 meter. Okay,